ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲಿನ ದಿವಸ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. someone held our hand, ಬರ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಕಾಪಿ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು, ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು. ಇವತ್ತು we don't hesitate even for a fraction of a second to write a or a. ಯಾಕೆ? We have trained, conditioned from the conscious mind, it has gone to the subconscious mind.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ಪರಿಚಯ ಪರಿಮಳ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಅ ಸೈಕಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 40 years ಇಂದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬರೋಡಾ. ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಪರಿಚಯ ಪರಿಮಳ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ all the way from Baroda idare. Dr. Rajkumar, welcome to my show.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ತಾವು ಸೈಕಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ದೀರ್ಘ ಕಾಲ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 35-40 years ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್?
39 years to be specific.
Oh my God, such a long journey. Before we jump into the different topics, what we could like to cover, a small intro like, how did you get into this field 40 years back?
To tell you the fact, I didn't want to be a doctor.
Okay.
I wanted to be a chartered accountant. My passion was that at that time. But then the decisions then were taken by the elders in the family. They would decide what to do, what not to do. One of my brothers was a professor of physics. So he decided, no, your marks are good, you need to go to science rather than commerce. So without my knowledge, my admission was taken into a science college and I was handed over the fee receipt and said, tomorrow morning you are attending this college. So that way I decided, okay, if this is what is to be done, so be it. Then, okay, the craze was at that time engineering, chemical engineering. Chemical engineering was such a craze at that time that people would want to just jump into that. So I said, okay, fine, let me do chemical engineering. Having the examinations done and applied for, I got an admission at Surathkal for mechanical engineering. I mean, my concept of mechanical engineering, oh, I don't want to be a mechanic. Who the hell wants to be a mechanic? So I said, no, I'm not interested. But at the same time, brother had also applied for medical. And I got a seat at Belgaum on the government quota. So thus I landed up into medicine, not intending to be a doctor. But then once into it, yes, enjoyed it. Somewhere in the last year of my college, say final year, it crystallized somewhere that, look, I want to take up either psychiatry or dermatology. Dermatology somewhere made me feel, oh, where am I going to touch all the skin conditions and get involved into it? I want to do something different from what usually a doctor does of prescribing medications. Then I thought psychiatry is something which is open to me, where I can talk, I can listen, I can understand, I can improve upon my own communication skills and be of help to someone. Somewhere at the back of the mind was, I do not want to send anyone who comes at me go unhappy with whatever little efforts that I can put up for. So with that intention, somewhere Manasil went, oh, let's pick up psychiatry, because it is something different than writing only medications. Thus, I decided, okay, psychiatry. Then the problem was where to go. NIMHANS was one thing which was at the mind. But then by the time I was through with my internship, the application date was off. So I missed up the NIMHANS that year. Then my friend suggested, why not go to Bombay? Thus, I landed up in Bombay and picked up psychiatry over there at KM Hospital. That's how I landed up into psychiatry, unwanting to get into medical field. But no regrets. Once I got into it, I have enjoyed every moment of it.
And such a gain to psychiatry
even though it was a loss to chartered accountancy. And I personally feel that, doctor. And right now, one of the most important conditions which require, immense medical help is that dealing with mental health. Though this has been there from quite some time, all thanks to COVID, it has completely come to the forefront. Even common people have started using words like anxiety, depression, panic attacks. So, somewhere these terms were always regaled to the background, and people were very hesitant to talk about it, not only to outsiders, even to their own family members. So, in a way, COVID has brought this out. What is your personal experience regarding this, doctor?
When I stepped into psychiatry, that time nobody was thinking psychiatry is a field one should get into. Perhaps people were getting into psychiatry because they were not getting any admissions in any other field. It was the last, perhaps, opening available to them. Then even clients would hesitate to come to psychiatrists because they were not aware of it. Mind you, our exposure to psychiatry in undergraduate is just 10 lectures in all 4.5 years and 15 days of ward training, which was completely something like, oh, you are relaxing over there, not doing anything at all. So our exposure to psychiatry as an undergraduate is absolutely zero. This has been the state all along. So even the graduates who came up did not know what psychiatry could offer. How could the layman know what psychiatry could offer? So nobody knew about psychiatry at all. I still remember my father went through a depression when I was in second MBBS, but we did not diagnose it as depression at that time. He was given, okay, take benzodiazepines, sleep off well. The professors then also were not so oriented to psychiatry. Thus, awareness of psychiatry is absolutely zero at that point of time. Secondly, the stigma. Oh, pagal ka doctor. Best is keep away. We don't want. Nanen hutsana ke doctor hatra hogbeku, mansik rogna doctor hatra hogbeku. ಆ ಒಂದು attitude. Even the media projected this psychiatry as a comedy rather than as a serious science. Thus, awareness was very minimum. But today, I find a grandparent getting the grandchild who's just 2 or 3 years old and coming, doctor, I feel some change in his behaviors. Can you look at it? That amount of awareness is creeping in now. People are becoming aware of it. Yes, the stigma prevents them from coming to the help at the earliest. They find other ways because of the stigma. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಮಾನಸಿಕ ರೋಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ನೋಡ, ಪೀಡಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಷಿಯನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗುವ, ಫಿಸಿಷಿಯನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗುವ, ಫೇತ್ ಹೀಲರ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗುವ. ಈ ಪ್ರಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ತಡೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. If they come in time, it will be much easier and beneficial to them also.
ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸರಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ವಿ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ನನ್ನ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಅವರೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅವರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ದೇ ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ ಮನೆ ವಾತಾವರಣದಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಅಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ, ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಇಮೋಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅನ್ ಇಮೋಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ which requires medical assistance? How do we identify?
ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ರೋಗ ಏನಂತ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. WHO ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ, ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಲ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ who realizes his or her abilities, can cope up with normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community, it stresses that it is not absence of mental disorders or disability only. There should be a positivity coming up also. Positive mental health is something which should be there, not lack of mental disorder. Positivity barbek. So if you look at it, all this is in the background of the socio-economic status and the financial status of the individual, the cultural status of the individual. So any behavioral aberration which is contradictory to this, to the norms which the society has set up, and which somewhere makes him feel that he is not able to deliver or give his optimum, these are signs which one should look at. You know, a child from childhood to adulthood keeps growing. There are a number of things that he learns. If you take up, the child is dependent on the parents, and through growth he becomes independent, sufficient enough to cope up with life. That is what is normal childhood. Whenever there is obstacle in this and he feels that he is not able to grow or he is not able to be productively of use, then one has to look at it objectively. Now, the point that you brought about was, yes, if it is related to the environmental triggers, and if it is happening once in a while, is a different issue. But if it persists for more than 2 weeks, then it should definitely matter to one as to what is happening over here. You know, there is one point that I would want to make up or understand over here to all of you is dejection and depressions are two things which are commonly seen. Dejections can happen when I don't get what I expect, when my need is not fulfilled, or when the environment is not conducive. I might get dejected for a moment, for half an hour, for a day, but then I overcome that and I'm able to perform. But if that persists for a long time and it somewhere cripples me or disturbs me or disturbs my behavior, then I have to look at it more objectively and seek at least a help for that.
That was a very, very beautiful distinction, Doctor. Yakandre, ತಾವು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಡಿಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ತಿಳಿದೇ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಔಟ್, ಸುಮಾರು ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು 2 weeks ಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ತರ ಆ ಭಾವನೆಗಳು ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಟ್ರೈ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಚ್ ಔಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್, ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ತರ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಈಗ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೈಕಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಥ್ರೂ ಮೆಡಿಕೇಶನ್, ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇಂದ ವಿ ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್, ರಿಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳಿದೆಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ಜೀವನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ನಾವು ಔಷಧಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾ? ತುಂಬಾ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್.
ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ all these behaviors are in context to the background that you are, your abilities to cope up with them, how you have molded yourself and how you are evolving yourself. It's a continuous process, because stresses will be there in life. ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಒಂದ್ ಸರ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹಾಗೇನ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ the appropriate coping abilities, if you have not learned how to face the stresses of life, and if you persist with the old same habit of coping the way, then perhaps no growth will be there. It will be a revolving door phenomena. Naan ನೀವು ಬರ್ತೀರಿ, ನಾನು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಮಜಾಯಿಸಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಆ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ನೀವು ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲದಿದ್ರೆ you are returning back to the same pattern of behavior. So you are bound to again falter at some point of time again. The ability to cope up is something we have to keep enhancing over the period of time. You know, as we say that experience teaches us. In life, it is an experience. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. Experience is an experience. A positive experience teaches us something, a negative experience teaches us something much more. ಏನು ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅದು ಕಲಿಸ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲದಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಕಲಿಲಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ again you're back to the same pattern of behaviors. In no time you're bound to falter again and get back into the same thing. Coming to the second question that you said, depression treatment. Depression treatment, there is a understanding that antidepressants are mood enhancers. They are not mood enhancers. They will help you to grow a resilience behavior. So they are resilient medications. If given to a normal person, it has no effect at all, like crocin or paracetamol. Fever ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಮಾಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅವನ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ಗಿಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ದ ಫೀವರ್ ಇಸ್ ರೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದ ಫೀವರ್. When the temperature is raised, it reduces the temperature. Similarly, antidepressants have the effect only when there is depression. They help you to evolve, bring about resilience within you, enhance your resilience, and thus you feel confident to cope up and face. So it needs to be taken for a long time. How long is going to be very difficult to predict on day one, but usually at least for a period of say 2 years it would be needed, because the resilience behavior has to be formed as a pattern within you. You have to be able to understand and bring about. ಕೇವಲ ನಾನು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ವರ್ತನದಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲಿನ ದಿವಸ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. someone held our hand, ಬರ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಕಾಪಿ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು, ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು. ಇವತ್ತು we don't hesitate even for a fraction of a second to write a or a. ಯಾಕೆ? We have trained, conditioned from the conscious mind, it has gone to the subconscious mind. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕಲಿಬೇಕು, ಕಂಡೀಷನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾನು ಈ ಪ್ರಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅದನ್ನೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಷ್ಟ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ತುಂಬಾ ಸರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೇಳಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ಸೋದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ತಾವ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಅದು ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ನಾವೇನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ಗೇನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ವಿಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿ ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಾವು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್, ನಾನ್ ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಿನ್ಗೇನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ವರ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಅವರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು? ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಕೇರ್ ಗಿವರ್ಸ್?
ಸಹಾನುಭೂತಿ ಬೇಕು. Unless you show compassion, the person will not be able to vent out his feelings. If suppose we belittle him, oh, you are weak-minded, there is no point in you just unnecessarily going on that thought. Change your thought. You have the ability to change your thought. Many a times ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ acceptance ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ. We are unwilling to accept mental illness. The stigma does not give us that ability to accept it for lack of awareness as well as the stigma and the shame. If, for example, you have a cardiac condition, heart attack ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ 10 ಜನ ಬಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಾರಲ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 10 ಜನ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ನಿನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರ, ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡು ನಿನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರನ್ನ, ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ ಆ ಅಬಿಲಿಟಿ. By that you are only putting him down further. So ability to empathize, understand, and then help him to vent out. And if you find you're unable to give a solution, seek assistance. Don't delay or deny him the opportunity. It is a cry for help. So always appreciate that, accept that, don't deny it.
This is a amazing piece of advice, Doctor. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸರಿ ನಮಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ದಂಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ತುಂಬಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್. ಆದರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಹಳ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ವಿಚಾರ ತಾವು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸರಿ ನಮಗ್ ತಿಳಿದಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇರ್ ಗಿವರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇರೋರು ಪುನಃ ಆತರ ಒಂದು ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೋದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೀವೋ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಕೊರತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾನ್ ಸರಿಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ವೋ ಏನೋ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ಒಂದು ಕೇರ್ ಗಿವರ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿರೋ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಸರಿ? ಕೇರ್ ಗಿವರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ನ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾ ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದ? ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಡೂ ಬೆಟರ್?
One thing all of us have to understand is guilt has no value at all. Sense of responsibility and accountability is important. Let us be very clear. There may be many times a situation which could be adverse. You may be not able to cope up with 100%. That is the reality. Realities will be harsh. We have to accept them. Having said that, yes, what best can I offer under these circumstances? Adanna naan kodta iddena ilvo? Adakke now you have to take a responsibility for that. Kenave nanninde ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. Despite me putting all the efforts, there will be times when realities will be harsh and I might not be able to get the desired results. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತದೆ, we expect. ನಾವು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ನನಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. This is an emotional need which is there. Normally it is there in every one of us. It is very difficult to find such a person who will be able to detach the emotions and look at the situations objectively. But that will have to be the goal in life. You have to be able to detach the emotions and look at it. I always hate ನನ್ನ clients ಗೆ, the mind is a horse. You should know how to ride the horse. You have to hold the reins in your hands. You should know when to yield and when to hold the reins. The two reins that will be guiding the mind is cognition and emotions. Cognition andre ವಿಚಾರಗಳು. ಯಾವ ವಿಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಹತ್ವ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ತನಕ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಹತ್ವ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಎಮೋಷನಲ್ ರೀಇನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನೋ ಥಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಮೈಂಡ್ without an emotional reinforcement. If I am able to detach the emotion from the thought just fizzles off. This is something we have to understand. We feel vichara barutte, yake barutte adu barbardu nanna manasige vichara prakarda. It is the birthright of the mind to think. This is something we have to accept. Now question kelike agudilla, yake ee vichara bantant heli. Namma kayali adilla. Namma kayali yenide? Banda vicharige ಏನು ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ನಾನು? If I understand that, then I know when to hold my reins of emotions and not reinforce a thought if it is not rational. I always tell my clients, there are 3 questions ನೀವು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸರ್ತಿ ಬಂದ ವಿಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ. Any thought, let it come. 3 questions have to be asked compulsorily. Is it rational? Is it goal directed? Will it help me to grow to be a better individual? These 3 questions have to be answered judiciously, like a judge sitting on judgment without taking any bias. If it is rational, if it is goal directed, and if it is going to help me to grow to be a better individual, then I should reinforce this thought positively, consistently and persistently. These 2 words are absolutely important. If I don't do it consistently and persistently, it won't hold weight. But if any of these 3 questions is answered in the negative, like it is not a rational thought, it is not goal directed, or it is not going to help me to grow to be a better individual, if any of these 3 is answered negative, I don't have to bother about the thought. Let it come any number of times. 100 sarti bandru ade nange chinte illa. ವಿಚಾರ ಬರುವುದು ಸ್ವಾಭಾವಿಕ. ಬಂದ ವಿಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಕೊಡುವುದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ವರಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ತಪ್ಪು ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಕೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ತಡೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಅದು that is something you have to understand. I always tell my clients, the mind is like a long distance train from Kanyakumari to Jammu Tawi. All the passengers don't go from Kanyakumari to Jammu Tawi. Those who have to get on, get in and get out at their appropriate times. Similarly, the mind will have thoughts. That is the right of the mind. You can't deny it. Thoughts will come and go. Only those thoughts will remain which are getting a reinforcement from you. ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ. ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿಗೆ ಯಾರೋ ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 1 ಸರ್ತಿ ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, 2 ಸರ್ತಿ ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. There are 2 reactions which can come from the girl. Either she'll be upset, fret and fume. Why are you teasing me? Don't tease me. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಹುಡುಗನಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅವಳನ್ನ. He reinforces it. He does it again because that behavior from the girl reinforced the thrill in him. Suppose the girl did not show any reaction, showed a cold shoulder. 1 ಸರ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 2 ಸರ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 3 ಸರ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 4ನೇ ಸರ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಬಿಡ ಅವಳನ್ನ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಹಿಡಿಯುವ. That is what precisely happens in the mind. If you don't reinforce emotionally, the thoughts fizzle out on their own. You don't have to bother at all. You can't drive the thought out. You have to learn to just fizzle it out by emotionally detaching.
That's
Sorry,
amazing. That's
ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆನ್ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನೊಂದು ಕೋಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ದೇ ಸೇ ಲೈಕ್ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚೂಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ವೇವ್ ಟು ಸರ್ಫ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಈ ಸರ್ಫರ್ಸ್ ಕೋಟ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಇದು ಒಂಥರ ಲೈಫಿನ ಕೋಟೆ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅಮೇಝಿಂಗ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಈಗ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ಸಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಇಡೀ ಸೈಕಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ were trying to reach out to people to help. So before we wind up, if someone wants to reach out, ಒಂದು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್?
Before I go to that, maybe for 2 minutes I'll say, COVID has changed the scenario completely. We were up till now in a cohesive society where we said, united we stand, and we need to sort of stand with each other and help each other out. That is the motto of life. But COVID has brought distancing within us. It has brought social distancing. Mind you, it is only social distancing, not emotional distancing. But we do consider, oh, I am lonely now, there's nobody with me, I have to keep away from people, I can't meet my friends, I can't talk to them, I can't have a lunch with them. These are the things which we are missing a lot. Perhaps somewhere we need to understand that a sense of security has to come from within by accepting that yes, social distancing is advised, emotional distancing is not. So you can, with the use of technology, always meet and treat each other. That is definitely something going to help. How to cope up with this regular routine is something much essential. I always tell, the mind or the personality has 3 facets which have to be nurtured consecutively or constantly. Like we need a balanced diet for a good physique, we need a balance of activities for a strong personality to evolve. Personal self-domain, social self-domain, professional self-domain. ಈ 3 domains and activities ಇದ್ರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಗತಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Personal self-domains ಇರುತ್ತೆ, activities, physical activities, gymming, exercising, games, hobbies, creative activities, music, dance, anything where you involve yourself into. I don't want bystanders. Nange cricket match nodlikke tumba ishta agutte, I enjoy it, adu beda. If you play cricket, it will be better. Music tumba ishta agutte, 6 hours I spend listening to music. No, if you can sing for half an hour, it's worth it. So an activity where you're involved is important. Involvement of the activity calms the mind. Empty mind is devil's workshop. Social part of the personality. Humans are social animals. We need to interact within the family, outside the family. So connect, establish. Let there be some socializations every day in your day-to-day living. It could be one-to-one physical, or it could be through the technology. That you have got to. Professional responsibilities. There is a profession in every age group till retirement. From the cradle to the coffin, there is some profession you have got to profess. Initially it is student, then it is graduation, then it is marriage, relationships, parenthood, children leaving the home, midlife crisis, and retirement. All these have to be addressed as professional responsibilities, and you have to prepare yourself. Ee prakaradalli maartta hodre, you will find you are able to keep yourself much more calmer. I always say the best way to sort of make yourself feel at ease is have control on your needs and expectations. Needs and wants have to be clearly identified. Needs is possible to be satisfied. Wants may not be possible to be satisfied. I feel hungry, I want food, is easy. But I want a pizza only may not be possible at times. So adanna artha madkolbeku. If we are able to rein in that, you'll be much more at ease, you'll be grounded, you'll be much more secure within yourself, and you would be able to cope up. So coming back to COVID, keep yourself busy in activities. Find out activities for yourself. This is the time to introspect. Oh, what are my strengths that I have that I can bring out to the open now? Given the situation that I am unable to go out, there could be something that is within me also. Let me utilize that. Let me gain it. ಈ ಪ್ರಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ we can definitely find something to keep ourselves busy, content, and happy.
That's true. That is so true, doctor, as you pointed out. ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಡೇ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ತಾವ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಒಂದ್ 15-20 ನಿಮಿಷ ಅರ್ಧ ಅವರ್ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹಾಡ್ದಾಗ ದ ಗುಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಡೀ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನೇ ಕಾಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್, ದ ರೈಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ನ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Trying to find the positivity and grow with this actually helps us in ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ದಾರಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ.
True, very true.
Yes, and in case ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈಕ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ have you I did get a forward which said ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಲಿಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಈಸಿಯರ್ ಟು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್. ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್?
I think every local city has some connectivity over there. You know, there are some portals which are available across the country also. NIMHANS has a portal which offers telepsychiatry counseling also. There are a couple of organizations in Bombay also who do have portals of counseling. So anywhere you can find out and you can definitely seek help. You know, mental health workers are available across now. So that should not be difficult.
Okay.
You know.
Thank you, doctor. ಇಂಥ ವಾಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ನೋ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 40 years since you have been away from here, settled out in North India, but ಇನ್ನ as much as possible ತಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ you got in Kannada so that it can also reach the people out here. Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to express myself and reach out to you all over there. Anytime, any help, always available over here.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so very much.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಸಿಷಿಯನ್, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 40 years ಇಂದ ಗುಜರಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋರು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸರಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತಿಂದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೋವಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ದಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಾವು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಕೇರ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವೋ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪುನಃ ಒಂದು ರಿಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆದರೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲೋ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೊರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವಿಶೇಷ ಗುಣ ಇದೆ, ಏನು ವಿಶೇಷ ಹಾಬಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ನರ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಎಸ್, ಆದರೆ ಇಮೋಷನಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪಾತ್ರರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಅದು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಲೋನ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸಲಹೆಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಪರಿಚಯ ಪರಿಮಳ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ತಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.